Well, hello, and welcome to Manifesting Basics Season 2. We're about to start Season 2, and I wanted to do a video kind of doing like an introduction to Manifesting Basics Season 2. And so, if you do not know who I am, my name is Amber Turner, and I am the author of Manifesting Made Basic, which is this book right here. And I write books on spirituality, mindset, the energetics of creation, feminine energy. I like to talk about those things on my channel. And so I wanted to kind of share the journey to season 2 of Manifesting Basics, because I have been doing this for a while. I've been writing for a while. I've published several books, and I've never really given the rundown of my journey. And so I wanted to take this time to kind of share with you a little bit about Manifesting Basics, a little bit about me, and where we've come to today and where I'm at right now. So yeah, let's just do it. Okay. So welcome to the couch. This is where we'll be filming season 2 of Manifesting Basics. So we're going to have great conversations. We're going to connect with other women that are courageous and doing the thing and just really making an impact in their industry. Authors, creators, and mindset leaders and healers and all of those things. I'm really excited to be at the point where I'm at right now. Actually, I started off with a blog. This YouTube channel, my blog, my brand was initially Hippie Fit Mom. And that's where I started. I knew that I was supposed to be doing something. I knew I was supposed to be helping people in some capacity. And I didn't know what that looked like. I had, at the point when I started my blog, I had just had my second child, and I was on a health and fitness journey. At that time, I had to deal with some weight issues for the first time in my life. I had always had a lot of insecurities up until that point, but weight and body, I can't entirely say body, but weight was never one of them. And so after I had my children, I had to learn how to exercise. I had to learn how to be active. I had to learn nutrition. And so I started Hippie Fit Mom, and I documented my journey on health and wellness. And that's where it started, because that was me getting outside my comfort zone, putting myself out there with Hippie Fit Mom and learning something and actually unpeeling and unpacking a lot of things about me. I never in my life really did that much self-reflection. I was very intuitive. I was very introspective, but I never really had a spiritual practice in the sense of it being real. I went to church. I did the thing. I tried to please other people, and I tried to live by what other people said I should be doing. And that didn't lead to fulfillment for me. So I went to college. I graduated high school. I graduated with honors. I was always like that A student, always overachieving. And I went off to college, did the dean's list, and graduated, got married, had kids, got a great job with the federal government, and did the things I was supposed to be doing. But there was something I felt that was missing. Like I said, that I should be fulfilled, right? Like I should be fulfilled because I have a great job and I have the family and I have the house and I have all of the things that I am supposed to want and do and all of those things. But I felt like there was a void. I felt like I was unfulfilled. And so at a point, my husband at the time got deployed or he PCS. And we got PCS to this really small town in New York. And there was like no job opportunities there. And I had to leave my career, which truly was a blessing in disguise. But I had to leave my career and actually start to define who Amber was, because I always was something to somebody, but I was never something to myself. And so I had to really, my whole life, I had defined myself as a career driven woman and this and that. And for the first time, I didn't have a career. As me and my kids, we were in a really small town with little to no opportunities, and a lot of people in that town did not look like me. Okay, they did not look like me. And they made it clear that I did not look like them. They made that clear. And so I was alone. I was alone. I had to re-identify who I was and who I was to myself. And I really dove into this Hippie Fit Mom, my blog, and that was my escape. And it actually was such a blessing because I got to connect with other people that were other bloggers, and I got great opportunities and trips and, products and all sorts of stuff. It was like crazy. I felt like, oh, maybe this is it. And then life happened. And then the blog world changed. And that was okay. But I also was changing. So I was exploring different avenues, and, I really wanted to start a business, and I've always been very entrepreneurial. And ever since I was a little girl, I dreamed of having a business. I used to carry little business suitcases with me around, and I had a little like toy laptop, and I would play businesswoman and I would play host, and that was like my dream. And so I tried these different things, and nothing really ever felt right. And I knew that there was something off. About maybe 7 years ago, I wrote about it in my book. I had a huge spiritual awakening. It was like an instant knowing. It was like an instant knowing. So it wasn't a spiritual awakening, like it wasn't this gradual thing. It was like huge. It like hit me. And for a week or two, it was beautiful. I had this knowing, just all of a sudden, this knowing. But then it got pretty bad. I went through what they call the dark night of the soul. And that was quite challenging. And it took me on this journey. And that journey was a few years. But once I turned that around, that journey, and I tried these different things, and I was trying to find alignment and all these things, that's when I wrote Manifesting Made Basic. Because all that chaos that was internal was being reflected in my external. And then I ran off to the mountains, what I talk about in my book. I ran off to the mountains, and I really had the time and space and permission to really figure this thing out. And this is how I came up with these systematic, simple steps that I talk about in Manifesting Made Basic, is when I was in the mountains, and it was just me and my kids. It was just me and my kids. And it was such a beautiful time. It was real simple and basic, but I needed that reset for where I am now. And so that is part of my journey. And obviously my journey is not over. It's still going. I'm still, discovering and uncovering, but it's such fun. And I'm having a blast. I am in my play era. I'm having fun. And I'm at the point where I'm letting go and trusting. And I'm at that point of trust and surrender that it's leading me down a beautiful road. And I'm really excited about everything. And so this is what leads us into season 2 of Manifesting Made Basic, or Manifesting Basics, the podcast, which I'm really excited about. We're going to have some dope guests on this couch. We're going to do some great interviews, and I'm really excited for it. But I really wanted to share a little bit of my story and how we got here, because it has been quite all over the place. But where I'm at now, I find peace, and it's exciting. So anyways, you guys, that's all. Like and subscribe. And before we get into season 2, if you're late to the game, check out season 1. Binge on season 1. And so when we get into season 2, you will be up to snuff, up to par, and all of those things. So anyways, you guys, that's all. And I will check you guys in the next video. Peace.